What if everything you've been told about your bloated belly, your trapped gas, and that exhausting constipation is completely wrong? What if the real problem has nothing to do with your colon being dirty or your body breaking down with age? What if 3 hidden causes have been silently sabotaging your digestive system for years, and nobody, not a single doctor, has ever taken the time to explain them to you? Stay with me, because in the next few minutes you're going to discover exactly what's been blocking your intestine, why everything you've tried has failed, and a method so surprisingly simple that it requires 0 expensive products, 0 harsh medications, and 0 complicated routines. I'm a physician specialized in digestive health for older adults. And what I'm about to share with you today has genuinely transformed the lives of thousands of people who had completely given up hope. People who had resigned themselves to a life of discomfort, embarrassment, and endless frustration. People just like Carmen. Carmen was 72 years old when she walked into my office for the first time. She was carrying a thick binder, stuffed with blood test results, ultrasound reports, prescription receipts for laxatives she'd cycled through for years. I recognized her expression the moment she sat down. I've seen it 1,000 times. That specific mixture of exhaustion and quiet desperation. She looked at me and said, almost apologetically, "Doctor, I've tried everything. I exercise, I eat my vegetables, I drink my water. What on earth am I doing wrong?" Carmen was a widow, a grandmother of 5 children she absolutely adored. But the constant bloating, the gas that humiliated her in public, the daily battle just to use the bathroom, it had stolen something far more precious than physical comfort. It had stolen her joy, her freedom, her ability to simply live without her stomach dominating every single thought. She told me about the colon hydrotherapy sessions that left her drained, the laxative teas that twisted her insides with vicious cramps, the apple cider vinegar that burned her stomach lining, the fiber supplements that somehow made everything worse. Nothing worked, not for long. And the most painful part? Her previous doctor had told her this was simply normal for her age, that she needed to accept it and move on. I want you to hear something right now, something that might feel almost radical after everything you've been through. Your body is not broken. You are not condemned to live this way forever. The reason medications and quick fixes often fail is because they attack the symptoms. They never touch the actual cause. They silence the alarm without ever finding the fire. When Carmen sat across from me that day, I told her something that shifted everything for her. I said, "Your bloating is not your enemy. It's a messenger. Your intestine is asking for help in the only language it knows." The moment she stopped seeing her body as a failing machine that needed to be forced into submission and started seeing it as an ally desperately asking for the right kind of support, everything began to change. Now let me show you exactly what's happening inside your body. Picture a long hospital corridor with doors lining both sides. That corridor is your intestine. Under healthy conditions, a gentle wave of muscular movement rolls through it like a row of lights switching on in sequence, pushing everything smoothly toward the exit. But when your intestine slows down, it's like those lights go dark. Everything stalls. Everything just sits there in the shadows. The partially digested food that's stuck begins to ferment, and fermentation produces gas, the kind that bloats you up like a balloon and escapes at the most mortifying moments. Meanwhile, the water that should be keeping your stool soft gets reabsorbed. What should slide out smoothly becomes hard as dried cement. And you feel that pressure, that fullness, that heaviness, because you literally have a traffic jam inside your digestive system. Here's the extraordinary truth, though. Your body is not permanently blocked. It hasn't forgotten how to work. It just needs you to flip the right switch. Imagine tomorrow morning. You open your refrigerator, and instead of reaching for a laxative, instead of hunting for another miracle product, you simply pick up a glass of water. That single humble gesture, done correctly, could be the key that switches those corridor lights back on. And here's the twist you probably didn't see coming. The origin of your bloating, your gas, your constipation, it's not in your colon. That's what everyone assumes. That's why people spend fortunes on aggressive colon cleanses that leave them feeling worse. The real origin is in your stomach, and in the very first signal you send your digestive system each morning. Your colon is waiting for an order, a command that travels down from above. And if that command never arrives, nothing moves. So let me reveal the 3 hidden causes that nobody has ever properly explained to you. Hidden cause number 1, the invisible dehydration. I'm not talking about feeling thirsty. I'm talking about your intestinal cells being as dry as sandpaper, even if you drink water throughout the day. Because when you drink matters just as much as how much you drink. If the very first liquid that enters your body every morning is coffee, you are dehydrating your entire system before the day even begins. Coffee is a diuretic. It pulls water out of your body. Your intestine needs water to produce the lubricating gel that allows everything to glide through smoothly. Without it, your stool hardens and grips the intestinal walls like dried cement. This silent enemy causes no dramatic pain, but it irritates and impairs your entire digestive system day after day, week after week, year after year. Hidden cause number 2, the sleeping reflex. Your body has a magnificent automatic mechanism called the gastrocolic reflex. It's a direct line of communication between your stomach and your colon. When something enters an empty stomach, an automatic signal fires. Get ready, new food is coming, make room, move. But if for years you've been rushing through breakfast, swallowing dry toast or crackers without any water beforehand, this reflex has gone to sleep. It's like a doorbell that nobody ever rings. Eventually, it stops working altogether. Your intestine has genuinely forgotten when it's time to move. It's sitting there waiting for a cue that never comes. Hidden cause number 3, the fiber betrayal. You were told to eat more fiber, right? More salads, more whole grains, more bran, and you did it, faithfully. And somehow you ended up more bloated, more gassy, more constipated than before. Here's why. Fiber without adequate water is like pouring more dirt into a pipe that's already clogged. Fiber needs to absorb water to swell into that gentle, soft bulk that pushes everything forward naturally. Without water, it compacts into a dense, immovable mass that makes the blockage dramatically worse. This is the single most common mistake I see in my practice. And it's not your fault. It's a failure of information. Now that you understand what's actually causing your problem, let me give you the exact 5-step protocol I gave Carmen. The same one that has helped thousands of people restore their natural regularity, without aggressive medications, without expensive procedures, without becoming dependent on anything artificial. Step 1. The physiological wake-up. This is the single most important thing you will do every day. Before you touch your phone, before your coffee, before any food. You are going to drink between 300 and 500 milliliters of warm water. Not cold, not hot, warm, close to body temperature, comfortable against your lips. Why does this work? 3 clear scientific reasons. First, warm water relaxes the muscles of your stomach and intestines. It's like giving your entire digestive system a warm internal bath the moment you wake up. Second, filling your empty stomach with this volume of water gently stretches its walls. That stretch triggers the gastrocolic reflex, the one that's been sleeping. This is literally the start button for your colon. You are pressing it deliberately, consciously, every single morning. Third, because there's no food to slow it down, this water travels quickly into the intestine and begins hydrating your stool from the very first minute of the day. Studies show that this single habit alone can reduce intestinal transit time by up to 45%. 45% less time carrying that heaviness inside you. Carmen told me that after just 3 days of this morning ritual, she experienced her first easy, complete, painless evacuation in months. It wasn't explosive, it wasn't dramatic, it was simply natural, the way it was always supposed to be. Step 2, the natural osmotic ally. The night before, you're going to place 4 or 5 prunes in a glass of water and let them soak overnight. In the morning, after your warm water, you eat those soaked prunes. But here is the secret that makes this truly powerful. You also drink every drop of the soaking water. Why is this method so effective? Prunes carry 2 secret weapons. First weapon, a combination of soluble and insoluble fiber that adds gentle bulk and softens stool. Second weapon, and this is the crucial one, they contain sorbitol. Sorbitol is a natural sugar your body doesn't fully absorb. When it reaches the colon, it acts like a magnet for water, drawing moisture into the stool through osmosis. More water in the colon means softer, easier stools. When you soak the prunes overnight, a significant amount of that sorbitol dissolves directly into the water. That's why drinking it matters so much. You're consuming a concentrated dose of this gentle, completely natural laxative in liquid form. Remember that number. 45% improvement in intestinal transit when you combine proper hydration with intelligent fiber intake. That's not magic. That's pure physiology working in your favor. Step 3, the intestinal gas rescue. Now let's tackle that bloating and those embarrassing gas moments directly. You're going to prepare a fennel seed infusion to sip throughout the day. 1 teaspoon of fennel seeds in a cup of hot water. Cover it, let it steep for 10 minutes, strain it, and drink it warm. 2 to 3 cups per day, especially after meals. Why does fennel work so well? It belongs to a category of plants called carminatives. Its active compounds, particularly anethole, relax the smooth muscles lining your intestine. This relaxation produces 2 critical effects. First, it calms cramping and pain. Second, it allows trapped gas to move through and exit naturally, instead of accumulating and inflating you like a tire being overpressurized. It's like sending a peace treaty to your inflamed abdomen. Carmen told me that after 2 weeks of drinking fennel tea regularly, she had stopped dreading family gatherings. The embarrassing, unpredictable gas had almost completely disappeared. Step 4, the gentle mechanical stimulation. Sometimes your intestine needs a small physical nudge, literally from the outside. You're going to perform an abdominal massage that follows the exact natural path of your colon. Lie on your back with your knees bent. Using your fingertips, begin in the lower right area of your abdomen, just above your hip bone. Massage in small, firm, but gentle circles, moving slowly upward toward your right ribs. Then move across toward the left, massaging from right to left just beneath your rib cage. Then descend along the left side down toward your groin. You are tracing the precise route of your colon, up the right side, across the top, down the left side. Do this for 5 to 10 minutes each morning or before sleep. This is pure mechanics. You are physically stimulating the intestinal muscles to contract and push their contents forward. For older adults or those with limited mobility, this massage can replace some of the digestive stimulation that exercise provides. You are manually helping those corridor lights switch on, one by one, in sequence. Step 5, strategic continuous hydration. This is the pillar that holds everything else together. Throughout the day, you're going to drink water consistently, without waiting until you feel thirsty. Thirst is already a sign of mild dehydration. Keep a bottle within reach at all times, visible, accessible. But here's the smart adjustment. Drink the majority of your fluids before 5 or 6 in the evening. Why? To prevent your bladder from waking you through the night. Quality sleep is absolutely vital, not just for your comfort, but because sleep deprivation directly disrupts the hormones that regulate digestion and gut motility. Poor sleep makes constipation worse. This is not optional. Pair your hydration with intelligent, water-friendly fibers, leafy green vegetables, fruits eaten with the skin on, oats, chia seeds, and flax seeds, always pre-soaked before eating. This combination ensures your stool stays soft, bulky, and easy to pass. Remember that number, 45% improvement. That is the difference between suffering through your days and living them fully. 3 months after her first visit, Carmen returned to my office. She was carrying the same binder, but this time she was wearing the kind of smile that fills an entire room. She showed me her new test results. Her inflammation markers had dropped. Her energy levels had climbed. But what she said next is something I will carry with me for the rest of my career. She said, "Doctor, I got my life back. I don't plan my day around the location of the nearest bathroom anymore. I traveled with my grandchildren last month. I sat through an entire church service without anxiety. I feel 30 years younger." The same basic foods, a different preparation, a different timing. Warm water in the morning instead of coffee, soaked prunes instead of chemical laxatives, fennel tea instead of antacids. That's all that changed. And now I want you to do something with me. Close your eyes for a moment if you can. Imagine tomorrow morning. You open your refrigerator and you see that glass, the one with the prunes soaking since last night. You walk to the kitchen, you pour yourself that glass of warm water, and you drink it slowly. 30 minutes later, your body responds, quietly, effortlessly, painlessly, naturally. Imagine a full week without that constant bloating draining your energy before noon. Imagine sitting at a dinner table and actually enjoying your meal without bracing yourself for what comes after. Imagine waking up and not immediately calculating how your stomach feels. This is not a fantasy. This is exactly what this protocol is designed to deliver. Now, let me protect you from the most damaging mistakes I see people make. Mistake number 1, reaching for stimulant laxatives as a first response. Products containing senna, cascara sagrada, or bisacodyl irritate the intestinal lining to force movement. They work once, twice, maybe a few more times. But then your intestine becomes dependent. It forgets how to respond to its own natural signals. You have to increase the dose to get the same result. And eventually, the dose stops working too. It's like whipping an exhausted horse. At some point, the horse collapses and won't get up again. Don't go down that road. Mistake number 2, drinking cold water on an empty stomach. Cold water can shock and contract the stomach muscles at the very moment you need them to relax and open. Temperature matters profoundly. Warm water relaxes. Cold water tightens. Choose accordingly. Mistake number 3, adding fiber without adding water. This is the most dangerous of the 3. People tell me all the time, "Doctor, I eat salad every day and I feel worse than ever." Of course you do. Because fiber without water doesn't soften stool, it compacts it. It's like pouring concrete into your intestines and wondering why nothing moves. Every single time you increase your fiber intake, you must increase your water intake simultaneously and proportionally. Non-negotiable. Now, the warning signs you must never ignore. Please seek immediate medical attention if you experience severe abdominal pain that doesn't ease up, especially with fever. If you notice blood in your stool or stool that appears black like tar. If your bloating comes with vomiting that won't stop. If you've lost weight without trying or without explanation. Or if constipation appeared suddenly after the age of 50 with no clear cause. These can be signs of something more serious that requires urgent medical evaluation. The protocol I've shared today is designed for functional constipation, the common chronic kind rooted in lifestyle and hydration habits. It is not a replacement for medical evaluation of serious conditions. Always speak with your doctor before making major changes, especially if you have heart disease, kidney problems, or diabetes. Manuel is 68 years old, a retired truck driver. He had been taking laxatives every 2 to 3 days for 20 years. His intestine had essentially stopped functioning independently. It had forgotten how to work without chemical prodding. I gave him the same protocol: warm water, soaked prunes, fennel tea, abdominal massage, conscious hydration. Within 2 weeks, he was already noticing a difference. Within 1 month, he had stopped taking laxatives entirely. His body had remembered its own natural rhythm. And that is the true, lasting power of this method. It doesn't make you dependent on anything external. It doesn't replace one crutch with another. It teaches your body, your remarkable, intelligent, resilient body, to work with itself again. Hear this clearly because I need you to carry it with you after this video ends. Your bloating is not a life sentence. Your gas is not inevitable. Your constipation is not just part of getting older. These are signals. Your body is not attacking you. It is asking you, in the only language available to it, for the right kind of support. The 5 pillars of this protocol: warm water at waking, soaked prunes, fennel infusion, abdominal massage, and strategic hydration throughout the day, are not a quick fix. They are a way of living that respects your physiology instead of fighting against it. 45% improvement in intestinal transit time with proper hydration. That number can become your reality within days. Your body carries an incredible wisdom. It knows exactly how to heal when you give it the right tools. The morning water flips the switch. The prunes provide the natural lubricant. The fennel calms the inner storm. The massage activates the mechanics. The continuous hydration keeps everything moving. Together, these 5 pillars create a complete system that addresses the problem from every angle simultaneously. No expensive products, no invasive procedures, no dependency. Just an intelligent conversation between you and your body. One where you finally start listening to what it's been trying to tell you. Carmen travels with her grandchildren now. Manuel threw away his laxatives after 2 decades. What will your story be? Start tonight. Before you go to sleep, put your prunes in a glass of water. Tomorrow morning, before anything else, before your phone, before your coffee, before the noise of the day begins, drink your warm water. Give your body 7 days. Just 7 days to show you what it's truly capable of when you support it properly. And when you feel that difference, when that lightness returns, that ease you'd almost forgotten was possible, come back here. Share your experience in the comments below. Your story might be exactly what someone else needs to finally take their first step. Your words could give someone their life back. If this video helped you, please share it with someone who needs it. A friend, a family member, a parent who has been quietly suffering for years, too embarrassed to talk about it. One simple act of sharing could change everything for someone you love. Subscribe to Dr. Kareem's channel for more secrets of natural health, the kind of real practical knowledge your body deserves. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. There is still so much to discover together. And remember this above everything else: your body is not broken. It is not betraying you. It is waiting patiently, faithfully, for you to listen. Start today. Thank you for your time, your trust, and your presence here. I'll see you in the next video, and I cannot wait to hear how your story unfolds.